Hello, Lost fans, and welcome to my recap of Lost Season 6, Episode 3, entitled, What Kate Does. This episode begins with Lennon running in and telling Dogen that Sayid is alive, and Dogen once again grabs his necklace, as he did when he read Jacob's letter in LAX Part 2. So the two run in, and they try to get Sayid alone so that they can question him. But before they're able to get Sayid alone, Sawyer pulls a gun out and says that he's leaving the temple. Now, as he was leaving, he clearly states, "Do not come after me." And what does Kate do? The exact opposite. Dogen tries to stop him and tells him that he must stay at the temple, but Sawyer doesn't listen and takes off anyways. Lennon then emphasizes the importance that Sawyer comes back to the temple safely, so Kate volunteers to go get him. Surprise! So Dogen and Lennon take off with Sayid, and Dogen begins his little torture test by blowing this black powder on him, which I assume to be ash, and shocking the heck out of him, and to finish it off, he pokes him with a hot fire poker. Okay, so is it bad that I really don't feel sorry for Sayid? I mean, he tortured people. Season 4, I really stopped liking Sayid. I think he's just a little bit too trigger happy. I mean, I don't blame him, but still. You also may notice that my cuts are all on this side, because on this side, yeah, can't really see me, because my pastiness reflects I wouldn't want to blind anyone. It's kind of like when you go into the Antarctic in the sunlight. They tell Jack that Sayid has become infected, and then they give him a small green pill to give to him. Jack asks what will happen if Sayid doesn't take this pill, and Dogen says that the infection will spread. Not the infection will kill him, but the infection will spread. You may also remember this word, infected, from past episodes of Lost. Kate is once again running around in the jungle with Jin and the guy from It's Always Sunny from Philadelphia. Now, this is what is kind of funny. The others have always been kind of known for being able to sneak around the whole island, you know, like barefooted white ninjas. But this new guy, Aldo, is practically yelling the entire trip. And I already don't like Aldo, because every time the other guy tries to give us an answer to something that Kate or Jen asks, he shuts him up. And in case you don't remember Aldo...
You know the guard? Yeah. His name's Aldo.
Aldo? Don't get mad at me, just because you were dumb enough to fall for the old Wookiee prisoner gag.
Where's Carl?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shoot him in the knee.
What?
Give me the rifle. We don't have time for this. I'll do it.
Whoa, okay, all right. He's at the end of the hall, room 23. Keys are in my back pocket.
Yeah, I really don't blame you. That's the only other scene he's been in. I'm actually surprised that he has a name. So Kate knocks him and the other guy out and does the Kate thing. She tells Jin that she's running after Sawyer and that she has no plans of actually returning to the temple. I really hate it when people do stupid things. So Kate catches up to Sawyer, who's gone back to Dharmaville, and she finds him digging up his floorboards, and he pulls out some kind of shoebox. And that's when he suddenly notices Kate, which kind of ticks him off, and I don't blame him. That would tick me off too. So Sawyer goes to the end of the dock, and he's obviously upset, and Kate has the audacity to go up and talk about finding Claire. And that's when Sawyer reveals that he was actually going to propose to Juliet. That's so sad. So Sawyer throws the ring that he had for Juliet into the water and walks off. And then Kate starts crying? God, Kate, get over Sawyer, please. I thought you were going to hook up with a Japanese guy. In our new timeline, Kate hijacks a taxi cab that just so happens to have Claire in the back seat. Now, as they're moving out of the airport, Dr. Arts kind of stalls them, and Kate looks out the window and sees Jack. Now, this is very interesting because she looked surprised and confused to see Jack, almost like she recognized him. The taxi driver bails, and then Kate ditches Claire on the side of the road. Now, can somebody please tell me if the guy who removed Kate's handcuffs was significant? Because I don't remember him from previous seasons, but they kind of put a little bit of emphasis on him. He just seemed a little bit too friendly to Kate. So I was wondering if there was some sort of connection there that I just missed. So let me know if that's the case. So Kate starts digging through Claire's stuff and finds a picture of Claire pregnant and finds like some stuffed animals and baby stuff and starts to feel sentimental. So she goes back and returns Claire's stuff. And then Claire tells her that she's going to meet the people that were going to adopt her baby, so Kate offers her a ride? Wait, didn't Kate have a gun pointed at you just a couple hours ago when she hijacked your taxi cab? And you're willingly getting back in the car with her. She's wanted for murder. Congratulations, Claire, you are awarded 50 stupid points. Kate goes up with Claire to meet the couple, only to find out that the couple broke up and no longer want the baby, which stresses Claire out enough to start having some severe contractions. So now fugitive Kate is running Claire to the hospital. And we see Ethan there? Huh. So in our new timeline, Kate is hanging out with Claire. In our original timeline, Kate traveled to the 70s and back looking for Claire, so I find myself thinking, is Kate gonna hook up with Claire now? They could have their own spin-off series. Kate and Claire. A love story that extends across time and space, across alternate timelines and people coming back from the dead, and somehow polar bears are worked into the equation. Hi, I'm Kate, and this is Claire and our love child, Aaron. Ugh. My goodness. The remainder of this episode will be brought to you from this camera angle, because the sun keeps shining in my face. What Kate does. What did she do? Convince Claire to keep Aaron like she was supposed to do in the new timeline? Inappropriately bother Sawyer while he's grieving the loss of Juliet? Why was this episode Kate-centric? I mean, they could have saved the revelation that Sawyer was going to propose to Juliet for, like, I don't know, a Sawyer-related episode. And what about the other characters? I mean, we didn't even get a glimpse of what's going on at the statue. I mean, Lapidus has had, like, 4 lines this entire season so far, and he's one of the main cast members now. And Sun has been useless since, well, since the beginning of Season 5. Back at the part of the episode that actually matters, Jack asks Dogen if he's originally from this island. And Dogen tells him that he was brought here just like everyone else. So, are there any original inhabitants of this island, or was it completely desolate until Jacob started crashing things into it? Jack refuses to give the pill to Sayid until Dogen tells him what's in it. Okay, so I know it's kind of stereotypical that the new Asian character knows martial arts, but I absolutely loved it when he beat the crap out of Jack when Jack tried to swallow the pill himself. The pill is poison? Not really that surprised. So once Jack finds that out, Dogen finally sees it fit to give Jack an explanation. This is where it gets interesting, because Dogen states that Sayid has been claimed, and there is a darkness growing inside him, and once it reaches his heart, everything that Sayid once was will be gone forever. Claimed. Claimed by what? The only thing I can guess is Smokey. I mean, remember when the French team ran into Smokey and then they followed him under the temple and then they all came back up infected? So Jack asks how Dogen knows this, and Dogen responds by saying, because it happened to your sister. What? Claire's infected too? And now she's the new Danielle Rousseau? I honestly don't know what to make of this claiming business. Okay, so what if Claire died at the end of Season 4 in the explosion in Dharmaville, and was claimed, hops back up, and continues on seemingly normal until the infection spreads to her heart? She then abandons Aaron and takes off with Christian, who I think may be claimed as well. This would explain why Miles was acting so strangely around Claire at the end of Season 4, and also why he had the exact same expression when sitting next to Sayid's body before he decided to hop back up. Of course, we still don't know who or what is claiming these people. I think that if it was Jacob claiming them, then Dogen wouldn't have tried to kill Sayid, and it would have been a good thing that he's come back. And we don't really have a clear indication that it's Smokey either, apart from the French team going crazy on Danielle in the 80s. Okay, so last week I asked you guys, how do you think Sayid came back to life, and do you think it is Sayid or some other being inhabiting his body? Pete Stole My Heart 10 said, I've been resisting the idea of Jacob possessing him because I don't want Sayid to be dead, but I do think it's the best explanation. I can't make up my mind one way or the other, so I'm content to just wait and see. Ishida Souken, I think, said, Maybe Jacob reincarnated in Saeed, similar to Locke but different. So Jacob can take actions with a real body if needed, but Saeed still owns the body. Like two entities sharing one body. But it would appear that it's just Saeed, only he's come back evil. Zombie Saeed. The producers have said that this is the zombie season of Lost, and I'm beginning to think that there's something to that. So, this week your question is, who or what is claiming people on this island, and for what purpose? Alright guys, so that's it for now. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will be back next week with a recap of episode 4 entitled The Substitute. Also keep a lookout for reviews over The Wolfman and Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which will come out sometime this weekend. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.